Well, following tonight's Do or Die Flyers game, there will be a memorial tomorrow at the Wells Fargo Center for Flyers founder Ed Snider, who died almost 2 weeks ago from cancer.
Health reporter Stahl has an exclusive interview with one of Snider's grandchildren about his health battles and commitment to help others.
He really was committed, that's for sure. Ed Snider was a powerhouse who will be remembered tomorrow as a business and community leader, a passionate fan, and a loving father and grandfather. He has 6 children and 15 grandchildren. Today I talked to grandson Garrett about some special memories.
This is when they won one of their cups.
Garrett Snider's apartment is filled with memories of his grandfather, Ed Snider, and his beloved team, the Flyers.
Being his grandson was the most beautiful experience of my life. He was always talking about integrity with me. He used to compare it to himself and to his own journey about how, he might have owned his hockey team for 50 years, but those 50 years can be erased by one lie or one bad decision, and your reputation's all you have, and it takes the longest to create, and it takes very little to undo.
20-year-old Garrett is already following in his grandfather's footsteps and has created a foundation all about giving back the lessons learned from his superhero.
When he was diagnosed with celiac disease, he didn't freak out, he didn't get sad. He helped create the National Foundation for Celiac Awareness.
Garrett says when his grandfather was diagnosed with bladder cancer 2 years ago, he confronted it with dignity and bravery.
His legacy is not that he wasn't scared, it was how he dealt with being scared. And the way that he handled that pain and that discomfort. I thought he was bionic. I've never seen anything like it. If you asked him how he was feeling, he'd say, I feel fine. I'm going to beat it.
But he didn't. And in the weeks since his death at the age of 83, the tributes to Ed Snider have been pouring in.
I think I'm going to miss him my whole life. I can't believe we're talking about him in the past tense.
Now, Garrett says his grandfather had many proud accomplishments, one being the Snider Youth Hockey Foundation that helped underserved children, including getting them health checkups at Temple. Garrett also told me that the memorial tomorrow is going to be a big turnout and very special tribute to his grandfather.
We talk so much about his legacy, but what a legacy in that young man.
Yeah, really.
Wow. Stephanie, thanks.